ओम ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्य मध्यमा अस्मदाचार्य पर्यंता वंदे गुरुपरंपरा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहि तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहि। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्रीगुरुं परमानन्दं वन्दे स्वानन्दविग्रहम् यस्य सन्निधमात्रेण चिदानन्दाय चेतनो so there is some issue. Yeah. Okay. In the last class, we discussed that even though there are 8.4 million asanas based on types of living being, only 84 have been enumerated. I'm sorry. There are many things I need to look at. So luckily, now I remember the selected device. Okay, fine. Because there was no audio. So I was thinking what is happening to audio, okay? So in the recording, there was no audio. Fine. So coming to the point. So even though 8.4 millions of asanas exist, but only 84 asanas are being highlighted. And among them, 2 asanas, which was called Pitham. So that's why the unique name of asanas is called Pitham. Why it is called Pitham? This is one question in Vishvamitra TTC. Why asana is called Pitham? Okay. Now, this is called Pitham. And those 2 Pithams we discussed, one was Siddhasana, other one was called Padmasana. And interestingly, the Siddhasana, we discussed very carefully that it becomes Moksha, Kavata, Veda, Janakam. So it acts as the key to unlocking liberation, to unlock the door of liberation, or door to liberation, better. Now, when this is being taught, we discussed also Padmasana. Padmasana, little differently, advanced Padmasana, you can say, that's better what they say, is nothing but to align the body so that all my diseases are being taken care. And the difference between Siddhasana and Padmasana was this much. While being in Siddhasana, one can look at the Ajna Chakra, but in Padmasana, one is supposed to gaze at one's tips of nose. Why and how we have discussed in details. Now, the point with us is we all are interested to know many things about many people, object, everything, and everybody except our own soul self. So that's why we have lot of problem, lot of complications. So here is being said, look, if you want to really take care of yourself better, also you need to understand what is in your body. Verse number 12 continue. Sadchakram sudasadharam dilaksham vyoma panchakam swadehe yena jananti katham siddhyanti yoginah. Says beautiful. If you do not know basic thing, so how can you get siddhi being in this body? It is like you don't know C++ and you want to be software engineer. Am I right? Whatever I'm talking. Programming. Is it possible? Will it be possible? The basic thing is said that you should know C++, at least some. Without that, you cannot know programming at all. You have to learn to code, write the code. So how to write the code? Unless you know C++ basic. So also, until and unless you know about your body, what exists where, how can you become a Siddha Purusha? Man of enlightenment, man of accomplishment, man of achiever. It is not possible. So dehe ye na jananti katham siddhyanti yogina. How is it possible that one can really, will become a Siddha Purusha who does not know basic things that is in their own body? Means not possible with that. So that means what? Better you should know. And what are they? He says, look, first thing is you need to do, you need to know what is called Shat Chakram. So in this body, we have 6 chakras. We called, that is called chakra means a cycle, a round, or you can say a center. So this chakra where many nadis are getting connected, we'll be discussing later on. In fact, in this body, there are innumerous of chakras. But we consider as 6. How? It's like in India, we have many prayaga. So prayaga means where one river meets with another river. But among them, one is called Prayagaraj. Don't ask me where is Prayagaraj, okay? So if you ask me where is Prayagaraj, then I'll say, go back. So you don't really know anything about India, okay? Somebody asked, Swamiji, where is Prayagaraj? Swami, okay? Swamiji, will you please tell me where is Prayagaraj? Then you have to tell, Prayagaraj is in Allahabad. Oh, hey, Bhagavan. You understand? The wrong thing. This is how we have been taught. This is what our education was. We need to change our education. However, let me not stretch there. So, wherever one river meets with another river, That is called Prayaga. And interestingly, in Himalayas, especially this Chardham, Himalayan Chardham, there are many, many Prayagas. If you observe, like Varanasi, why this Kashi Varanasi is called, including in Uttarakashi also? Because there are two rivers in between. One is called Baruni Ganga, other one is called Ashi Ganga. So where this Baruni Ganga joins with Bhagirathi, Ashi Ganga joins with Bhagirathi, that in between point is called Varanasi. It's a beautiful point. So that means where Baruni joins Bhagirathi, that is a Prayaga. Where Ashi joins river, that is a Prayaga. Also here in front of us, that Ganesha Ganga joins with Bhagirathi, also Prayaga. So if we look at, there are hundreds of Prayaga in Himalayas. But what happened? We only take 5 Prayagas. Vishnu Prayaga, Karna Prayaga, Rudra Prayaga. Okay, you understand the concept, how I am trying to highlight here is. And finally, Deva Prayaga. So when we take only these 5 Prayagas, even though there are innumerous of Prayagas, so also here, even though there are plenty of chakras in this body, we only take 6 chakras. I don't know whether I'm teaching chakra through the cultural things or through, chakras. I'm teaching cultural things. Through cultural things, chakra, or through chakra, other way around, okay? Or I'm teaching both. I myself don't know, okay? I'm confused. What a crowd I have, okay? I should really, break my head. However, then comes Shodasa Adhara. So there are 16 supports, we'll be seeing, okay? Hold on to. And the Lakshya, 2 focal points, and Vyoma Panchakam, 5 Vyomas. So 5-fold Vyoma, space, or you can say prana later on. And not only that, he continues, Ekastambham Navadwaram Gruham Panchadi Daivatam Swadehe Ena Jananti Katham Siddhyanti Yoginah. This is, look, not only with that, again, Swadehe Ena Jananti Katham Siddhyanti Yoginah. If the person does not know these things exist in the body, how can he be accomplished person? So what are they? Along with this, Sarchakra, Shodasa Adhara, Tilaksham, and Vyam Panchakam, one is supposed to know what is called Ekastambham. So Stambha means a post. Ekam, one. So that means what? The Stambha, the post, supports the house, the pillar, you can say. The pillar, Stambha is pillar, instead of post. A pillar supports the house. So here he says, we have one pillar. So what is that pillar? So the pillar is nothing but our spinal cord. That's why if the pillar is bent, will that structure be strong enough to survive for a long time? What happens to you? How is your pillar? Different way, okay? No straight at all. So that's why you need back support. So if there is a wall, it'll be better. Huh? If nothing, take the pillow. So I notice many of you also take the support of the pillar or support of the back so that at least no problem. Continue. Then says Navadwaram. Apart from that, also we have 9 gates. We'll be seeing that, and these 9 gates really does wonder. They do wonder. All these 9 gates do wonder. How they do wonder? Because each gates have their own thing to do. Okay. So that means what? Where are 9 gates? You can see here 7s are there. On face 7, down below 2, 9. And not only that, he says, look, also being this house, this body is considered as a house. Also, it has its presiding deities. And we say Panchadi Daivatam, 5 presiding deities. That's why in a house, we make sure there should be a presiding deity. And as a rule, we never make house for ourselves. Whoever makes house for one's own self will get buried in the house. We make house for the deity. You are just a rented person. You are in a rent. Or you can say instead of rent, you are with a indefinite contract. And this contract can expire any moment. Whereas if you say you are building house for yourself, remember, you will be literally buried inside the house. That's why they say Griha Pravesham means what? What English you say, do you know? House warming ceremony. What, you need to warm your house with heating system? What a funny English, okay? House warming ceremony. Because the house was cold. So you need to warm. So how to warm? So call people. So eat their energy. So you keep it warm. Is it so? No, no, no. In housewarming ceremony, we have to boil the milk so that through that the house will be warm. This is the Western approach. Okay, they do boil the milk. It is there. Is it so? So we call here Griha Pravesham. Can you see the English? How the difference? They are not wrong. They have taken one portion of the ritual. That's Griha Pravesham. Griha Pravesham means you enter into your house, new house. Who enters? Do you enter? The deity enters. You don't enter. You are not allowed to enter into the house first. In fact, technically what they do, previous day you have gone and seen, the day ritual will start, the priest will say, no, 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 you cannot come inside. Be out. Wait, wait, wait. They will make you stand, wait, because you are not allowed to enter. Only with the mantras, the deity, whatever photo, statue, whatever you have, that will make it enter. If you can manage a cow and a calf, fantastic. If not, at least what happens? Along with the deity, you enter. And in that, there is boiling the milk because you offer something to the deity warm. But in West, they removed everything. Only they took one person that is called housewarming, convenient way. So boil the milk. That is called entering into a new house. So here he says the house, as in culturally we look at, must have a presiding deity. And in a house, if there is no presiding deity, one is not supposed to enter into that house. I'm telling you, not a joke. If in a house there is no deity, there is no presiding deity, one is not supposed to enter in that house. Why to take problem from that house? That's why if you observe any traditional Swamiji, especially those who are related to mutts, they will not enter to anybody and everybody's house. They will never. Only they will enter that house where there is presiding deity. And how they make out? They make out that you must be connected to some temple or other. There are ways to find out. So coming back, as the house has a presiding deity, here in this body, we have 5 deities. And these 5 deities also to be known. Then only the person will be able to understand. Okay, if this is the case, then how to look at first is this Sat Chakra. Continue. Chaturdalam Swadadharah Swadhishtanam cha Satdalam Nabhu Dashadalam Padamam Surya Sankhya Dalam Hrudi Kanthesya Sodasat Dalam Bhrumadhye Didalam Tatha Sahasra Dalam Akhyatam Brahmarandre Mahapathe. Now he says, look, he tries to bring out this chakra. So what he says, look, what we call Adhara chakra. Why Adhara? Because each name has its own meaning, okay? That will be seen in details. So this Adhara chakra, which is popularly known as called Muladhara. So Muladhara has 4 petals. Why? Because each petal has got its bija mantra. So that especially when we do Matrukanyasa, so we establish all the alphabet in the body. In fact, especially any prana pratishtha we do, or if you want to say you want to cleanse your energy, this is the real cleaning, okay? Not this, this with healing they do, with crystal aura cleaning, okay? This is called money making. So here is being said very nicely that when you do visualize, you understand there are petals, and in each petal there are alphabets. And you make that alphabets, that varna, settle there. And that is the real cleaning. That is how your energy is supposed to, start growing. And he says, look, first in Muladhara is having, or it has 4 petals. Swadhishtanam cha shaddalam. So Swadhisthana chakra, just hold as it is, that it has got its 6 petals. Nabhu Dasadalam. So the Navi region, Naval region, there is a Manipura. So Manipuram has got 10 petals. Then Surya Sankhyakam Dalam Hrudi, very nicely, in Hridaya. So Hridaya means the heart chakra, called Anahata chakra. In Anahata chakra, so we have Surya Sankhya Dalam. That means Surya has got 12 Aditya, okay? So 12 petals. And not only that, Kanthesyat Sodasa Dalam, at the throat, called Vishuddha chakra. There are 16 petals lotus. And Bhrumadhye Dvidalam Tatha, in between this eyebrows, called Agya chakra, there are 2 petals. And interestingly, he says, look, Sahasra Dalam Akhyatam Brahmarandre Mahapathe. So this Brahmarandra, so what is a Brahmarandra? Where is Brahmarandra? Very nicely you can understand. When a child, especially, is less than 6 months old, on his or her forehead, you'll see, the very soft one will be pumping. So that is called Brahmarandra. So on the skull, very soft it will be, and slowly it become, strong. In our case, if you hit anything, nothing happens. That's why in Siddha group, what they do, they take a coconut after death, hit on that. So if last by little bit is there, should pass by Brahmarandra. However, he says on Brahmarandra or at the Brahmarandra, so there are Sahasrara, thousands petal lotus. In fact, that is called Mahapatha. That is the great pathway, because Susumna Nadi mainly will be passing through by that. So these are the basic thing one is supposed to know. And of course, he is going to say how these deities are being worshipped in each chakras. We will see tomorrow. Om Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, all of you.